Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is the Music Roundtable. Today on the show, we have Nate from Theriaca.
What's going on, guys?
Make the poison, sell the cure, kill the voices, make me pure, play the victim, when walls cave in, sink the system, shed their skin. I can tell that you don't understand, but in the end I'll wash my hands. That's about all I could take of this. Trade my life for a moment of bliss. That's about all I could take of. This is just business as usual.
We're going to talk about AI and music today. Nate, you want to give me your opinion, and then I'll give you mine.
I mean, a lot of people already kind of know my opinion on AI music. I fucking hate it. I think it's ridiculous. It's slop. It's garbage. And I think it's the easy way out to create music. It's music is supposed to be expression of, yourself, your feelings, your trauma, your love, your hate, your all those feelings that you have inside of you. You just express it out in music, and then look, that's how you express yourself. But now you can just type in stuff and AI goes and steals other people's music and creates a song out of it. And it's not, I don't have a huge, massive problem with AI per se, because I know that AI could be utilized in so many fantastic ways. It's just how fast it's come and how people are using it now. Like AI is supposed to replace menial bullshit so that we as a human race can be more creative and have more fun in life, not use it as a tool to create that type of stuff, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people don't understand that AI, when you put a prompt in any kind of AI program, it's not just creating that out of thin air. It goes into a database and pulls art and music and expression from real people and jumbles that up into whatever it thinks that you want. So basically, it's stealing from other people's hard work to create something for you to call original. You know what I mean? And it's devastating as a musician to see. If it if it was just a side thing and it was just people having fun, it would be different. But now people are creating music and putting it on these platforms, and they're getting millions upon millions of streams. And it's not organic either. It's the platforms themselves pushing it, which makes me irate that Spotify is actually inserting this shit into people's playlists. Who's getting paid for that? You know what I mean? Are the artists that this AI platform stole this music from getting paid? No. And I know, it sounds like I'm whining and being a big baby, but it gets frustrating as an independent artist. I mean, since I've been I've been playing music for the last 25 years, and Theriaca as a whole, as a unit, we've gone through it all. We've gone through the CD to digital, the digital to streaming. We've overcome and adapted. But it seems like every time we make that shift and change and adapt, something else comes along and you have to do it again. And it doesn't make it fun. It's not fun anymore. When you're busting your ass to make a name for yourself in the music industry, and every turn you take, something else comes and just pulls it right from you. And it's devastating. It's depressing, and it makes you not want to do it anymore, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I've been watching a couple videos the last couple of days on YouTube about AI and music and the history of AI, and um, I saw where they made a song in like 2 minutes with the lyrics and the singing and everything, and they were taking it out on the street and playing it for people, and people couldn't tell the difference between. They thought it was a real artist and stuff. But I know there's people on like YouTube and stuff. They're making AI music and then they're monetizing it and making money off of it, and they're posting it on Spotify, and it's charting on the Billboard charts and stuff. It's getting out of hand now, you know.
Yeah, there's no regulation at all. And I don't want to get like political or anything, but I've never been one for like imposing crazy restrictions and regulations on things. Like people should be able to be people and do, you know, do what they want. But like when it comes to this kind of, there's got to be some sort of, that's the biggest problem is these platforms. Like you would think that like a music platform created would be for the artist, and they never were, they never are. And they see an opportunity to be like, oh, this AI generated music. A lot of it's Spotify and other platforms too. Like they're creating these artists too, because what they do is they create these prompts, this AI music, then they put it on the platform, and then they push it themselves, and then they collect not only your monthly payment, but also the royalties paid out per stream on those artists. You know what I'm saying? Like they pick and choose who they want to push. They pick and choose who they want to bury. Sometimes it feels like just throwing shit at the wall because it's hard to break through. It's already hard enough to break through as it is. Now you're competing with computers, and like I said before, I'm not an advocate of not having AI because AI could be a great tool. I've used it. I've utilized it. Like just an example, like um when I recently created a short little like clip with one of our songs, and I used a piece of artwork that had like some oil rigs on it, and I wanted to make those oil rigs move up and down to the music. Now I could have gone in the program and I could have set those layers, thousands of layers in there to make it look like they were going up and down, and it probably would have taken me 10 hours to do 30 seconds. When you can just pull that prompt out, you can pull that out and upload it, and that you can tell it what you want it to do and it'll do it for you. Like that's how AI should be used, to save time for the artist, not completely replace the artist. You know what I mean? Automation, fucking bullshit jobs where people have to go spend 12, 14 hours in a factory doing bullshit jobs that can be replaced by automation, so that those people can go do real jobs, learn a real skill. I'm all about using AI to save time, not replace not replace everything like that. It feels like we're being replaced instead of utilizing it in the right way. And I just feel like there should be some sort of restriction. And I'm not saying the government should step in. I'm just saying that we as a human race should just be like, we don't accept this. Spotify and YouTube and all these other platforms should either set some sort of asterisk on these songs, or fuck, even build their own AI platform to snuff the shit out. You know what I mean? When you upload a song to Spotify and an AI program catches it and says, hey, this is AI, then they should either label it, boot it off the platform, or choke it like they do regular artists. They choke regular artists. You're not choking AI artists. What the hell? I don't know. It's frustrating. and I don't know how to deal with it other than be angry about it.
Or just make a separate platform for AI music.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that too. I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, if it was up to me, get rid of all of it. But you can't. There's if someone else enjoys that and they want to be a part of that, I can't be the person to say no. That's you know we're a human race. We have free will. You can do what you want. Yeah, I like the idea of separating it too, or put an asterisk on it, or before. Just an example. Friday, like Spotify releases their like new release Friday. Every other song was AI. Was AI. So why are they putting that music in front of me? Like make people have to go seek it out. If they want AI music, make them go seek it out. Don't just shove it down people's throats. Shove real music down people's throats. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean about like the different jobs and stuff. Like customer service jobs are probably non-existent in the future. It'll be run by AI. They even have like where you call in for like doctors and stuff, and they do like healthcare from your phone at home. That is definitely AI. That ain't an actual person. So they have things out there for like customer service and stuff. And I have used a tool where say I take your song and I put it in there. It's like a learning tool. It will show you the chords of your guitar, what you're playing and stuff. If it's used for like learning how to play songs and stuff like that, I agree that that's a good way to use it, you know?
Yeah, that's and it has to be up to us as a civilization, as a human race, to put a stop to it because they're not. It's not going to be stopped, you know, any other way, which is sad, and it's frustrating. And like I've said multiple times already, like AI could be a great tool, but just like everything else, we ruin it. You know what I mean? We were same thing with the internet. The internet could have been a great tool. Now all it is just cat memes and people telling you how to go viral. You know, that's all it is. You get on TikTok, every other post is, "This is what you need to do to go viral." Like there's no like AI is more original than you know. The scariest part about it is how the majority of people can't distinguish the difference. Like most musicians, when they hear like every AI song that has a male vocalist sounds like Daughtry. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. So like most musicians can point it out, but it's bad that like most people can't tell the difference. And it's only gonna get better, more authentic sounding, if that makes sense.
And I think that's why a lot of these bands are like selling their whole catalogs. You know, all they're doing is think of it as like just uh artificial intelligence, but it knows everything from like catalogs from here all the way back to the 60s. So it could recreate any of that stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's what it does. It doesn't like AI is not there's not an original fiber in AI. They AI uses what we already have. It can't go out of thin air and find something new and different. It pulls from what's already out in the world. So a specific guitar tone or a, specific bass line or a run or just a melody. It's pulling all of that from music that's already been written. And I know that people were like, well, everything's already been written and even new music now isn't original. It's still being created by a human. Like pulling influence to write a song is different than taking that actual song and using that music to create something new, if that makes sense at all. Like, you're not somebody sitting down and writing a song and thinking, man, my favorite guitar player is Head and Monkey from Korn, and I'm writing this song, and wow, that sounds like Korn. It's still me. It's still, if that makes sense. Like, so I understand the whole, like, everything's already been written, every note on the scale's already been used, but it's still being recreated by someone who's thinking it in their sentient brain, not from pulling from something that's already been written. It's it's disgusting to me, and I don't know what else to say about it really.
I'm sure that the AI has learned music theory. So if it knows music theory, it's never going to have any out of tune notes or anything like that.
No, unless you tell it to. You can tell it to. Hey, I want this dissonant seventh note on the this bridge on this part. Like, you can tell it to, and it will. But it's still pulling that dissonant note from somebody else who already played it. You know what I mean? You're not playing it yourself. Like like I said, but even AI in the music world can still be utilized in so many great ways, like to save time and energy so that the artist can be more artistic. You can still utilize it. Like like I've been doing a lot of backup vocals for the band again lately, and so like I've been working on my melodies and my harmonies. So like the best thing, like a good thing for like AI is to like recreate your voice in there, and I've been practicing my personal vocals with that to get the right pitches. That's how you use AI. You don't use it to write an entire song, but I don't know.
Taking the lazy way out, you know,
It's great for someone. It could be great for somebody who's first starting out too, who doesn't know. Like, you can use it to help create. It's I'm rambling on, but it's like it's all these thoughts inside my head that just want to come out at the same time, and it's like, like it's supposed to be used to help the human race, not replace the human race. And now we're in, we're like days away from Skynet. Terminators.
yeah. I, you know, I was looking at the history of AI, and it didn't just start like a couple years ago. It started back in 1956 by Alan Turing. He made a computer to outsmart the Enigma machine that they took from the Germans. That's when it started. That's when it started. They started creating it and stuff.
Yeah, it's the 20-year rule. Like everything that we see now, like the world leaders, the governments had it 20 years ago. It runs in a 20-year cycle. So like what we're experiencing now with AI, like the higher ups of the world and the governments of the world had this technology 20 years ago. They're just now slowly introducing it to us to see how we react to it. Conspiracy time.
Yeah, and how do they how do they test all this stuff out? They've been testing it out for 20 years. You got Siri, you got Alexa, you got all these things that are already out there, facial recognition, all kinds of, even Google has AI in Google. It's called DeepMind, and that was 2018. So they've been collecting stuff on everything for years, if you want to get down that rabbit hole. But so they're so far ahead. Even I imagine governments are running AI to figure out war strategies and everything else.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. They've been using it before we even knew it existed. Most definitely. You think AI was created so that you and I could use it to create a song? No, that's not why it was created. That's just how we use it. Just like the internet. The internet was created, you know, to connect the world to each other, and we use it, like I said, for cat videos and how to go viral videos.
Yeah. So, but basically, AI is taking away creativity.
Yeah, it's taking away the great minds of our generation that could be, you know, we're not going to have another Mozart, you know. We're not going to have another brilliant mind like that because they'll fall through the cracks. Everybody's paying attention to AI. So like the next big massive genius, musical genius of our time will never get noticed because everybody's listening to AI. Or it's not that everybody's listening to it, it's just that it's being exposed to everyone. Like I feel like if people I still have hope in humanity at some, I feel like if someone knows that they're listening to it, I think that they would I think like people want to naturally hear something that connects with them, and if they knew that it was AI, they might think differently. But a lot of people don't know, and it's being presented to them like discovering a new band, but it's not. It's not. It's being like I said, my Spotify, I like these these algorithms are supposed to put stuff that you like in front of you, and Spotify knows that I hate AI because every time it comes across, I delete it or try to stay away from it. These phones are listening to you, so they know that I hate it because I talk about how much I hate it all the time. But yet they're still shoving it down my throat. Imagine just your normal music consumer who's not even a musician that just loves to listen to music. Imagine what their feed is filled with, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean about the phone and stuff. Because you'll be talking about something, then you'll go on your phone and go on Facebook, and then an ad will pop up about what you were talking about.
Oh yeah. And people were surprised by that. People were surprised by that. It's like, I can't believe this. I mean, you you don't like that's how it works. Like you should automatically know that that's how it works.
That they don't believe it. They don't they're like, "Whatever." They don't believe that that's what's happening, but it's happening.
Yep. And that's just with music. Like AI video, like I can't believe how many people are fooled into thinking that a lot of the stuff they see is real. Like I've had people show me like there's this big thing now where like a lot of like animal videos where like it's like a dog like stopping a kid from falling off a porch. You know what I mean? Have you seen those videos where like cat jumping in front of like a dog to save a baby? Like it's all AI. It's all fake. And then you get in the comments and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" They all tell their own story about how their dog saved their kid's life, and it's like, it's fake. It's fake. It's all fake, and we're consuming it like it's real.
Like, I can't trust anything anymore. I don't know if it's fake or if it's real, and I'm not gonna buy into it anymore?
Yeah. Yep, it used to be that like that with news channels, like news and like just like your typical daily politic bullshit. Like it got to the point where people were just like not believing what any news outlets say because they just take shit out of context. It's people lie and say now it's everything. Like even just like somebody sitting in front of a camera talking about something. Like it's it's hard to distinguish, but there are tells and there are things that you can look for. But Most people don't want to do that. They don't want to scroll through TikTok and have to like distinguish whether they're watching is whether what they're watching is AI or not. They just want to consume something. So that's it gets tiring after a while. Like I've got my brain like every time I scroll and I'm watching a video, the first thing I'm looking for is whether it's AI or not. Every time I listen to a song, Spotify suggests a song in my feed. I'm not listening to the song whether I like it or not. The first thing I'm listening for is whether it's AI or not. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And that as a music lover is frustrating because I want to listen to music because I want to feel something. Not I don't want to spend the first 40 seconds of a song distinguishing whether it's AI or not. I want to spend 40 seconds of that song figuring out whether I connect with it on a human level or not. So it totally changes your mindset on everything.
There's like a lot of things in the last, what, 10 years that have changed in the music industry. It don't feel, when I go out to shows sometimes, it don't feel like fun anymore, you know? It just feels like, if somebody's playing to a click track or if they're doing backing tracks, it has to stay in that 3 or 4 minute format and you can't go outside of it or improvise or do something or else it will go out of sync.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, bands and musicians have been using, click tracks and specific backing tracks for a lot longer than people think. It's about how you use it and utilize it is what matters the most. Like you still want, because we use click tracks. Like we use a click in our ear to keep us in time. And we do use some backing tracks too, like some ambient stuff to help fill the song, little things like that. We don't have like full on drum tracks in the background or anything. But it can be good. It's just like AI. It's just like AI. You utilize it to make your life easier or better or your live experience or your show better, not totally replace it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like lip syncing or not playing your instrument.
Yeah, yeah, all that. Like, yeah, like lip syncing live is like to me that's like the AI equivalent of listening to AI music. You know what I mean? Like, you obviously want to have that authentic feel live for sure, but where it gets tricky is like full on like pushing play and your entire set being distinguished by that exact time frame. Like what we do is we break up the tracks and we have the ability to like stop it so that we can interact with the crowd whenever we want. You know what I mean? So we, you don't want to be dependent on it, but you want to, but you can use it to keep yourself. You want to put on a good show, and it's not like we need it. Like if for some reason our laptop went down, we would still play the show. It's just us along with thousands and thousands of other bands who use the same exact programs. They use it they use it to help them, not totally replace them. But there are a lot of people out there that take total advantage of it. And when you go see a band and it's everything everything is tracked and everything sounds way too CD like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to have that authenticity live. And we definitely like try to keep that as best as we can for sure. But we're also going to utilize tools that we have to make our shows better. But it's like I wouldn't say it's a fine line, but it's just like AI. Like you don't want to use it to replace everything.
Yeah. And like going back to AI and music, like these people that create these songs in like 2 minutes and stuff, it's missing something. It's missing the soul of the person that lived that story that they write out and they express through their voice. I think that's authentic.
Yeah, yeah. And but the sad part is so good now that like most people can't tell the difference, and that's that's sad. I will say this though, one thing that the one advantage that artists have over AI is live. You know, you can't recreate what musicians do live with AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go see an AI band live.
Unless they do holograms.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
And they already tested that out already, so that works.
You're trying to replace us all, man.
I think somewhere in the future there's going to be like a divide. It's going to be between fake and authentic, you know, because you got all this fakeness out here with the AI and the people on TikTok doing their dances, thinking they're movie stars and stuff. And then you got the people that are authentic, actually putting in the work and doing the time to create something, you know?
Yeah. You're going to have less and less of that though because like I said it's already hard enough as it is for anybody who does anything authentically, whether it's dance or film or arts, drawing, painting, music, anything like that. It's already hard enough as it is for someone in that position to break out or to essentially make a living doing that. So now that they're competing against something that is essentially perfect, it's going to turn away a lot of people. And like I said, it's going to turn away a lot of those Mozarts. It's going to turn away a lot of those amazing musicians and artists that could be great, but they fall through the cracks and end up working at State Farm or at Burger King instead of doing what they really love to do because we're utilizing these programs and these systems to totally replace it instead of utilizing it to help or make things easier. It makes me sad knowing that someone out there right now just quit doing what they love because they uh, they feel like they can't compete.
Yeah, I was watching this one video and there's a there's this guy, he's a session player and he also submits music for like TV placements and movie placements and stuff. And they he was doing it on a regular basis and he said about 6 months ago he got an email and they weren't accepting any more stuff, but they said that they're going to use his voice as and they'll give him $10 every time they use his voice in a song for a movie that they want to use AI in, because that's what they're using in movies and TV now is just AI music, and they don't want to pay these players that seek out placements in TV and movies and stuff.
There's a whole industry out there right now where musicians and artists like they make a living off of placing their music in film and video games and commercials. Like people make a living doing that, and their jobs are getting replaced because these video games and commercials they're just like putting prompts in and using that music instead. It's scary.
Taylor, give us your opinion on.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, by the way, dude. I literally just got finished like cooking dinner with Macy and ate, did the dishes, and I looked at my phone and it's on sign. I went shit, and I am so sorry about that.
Before we started this, I was just telling him, I was like, dude, I don't even know how Taylor does it, dude, with between, Taproot and riding with killers and your paint business. And I know you were playing with 12 stones for a while. Like, you are a busy motherfucker, dude. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, dude, and we literally just got home from being in Costa Rica for a week, and it turned into 3 days of travel, like 17 hours, like with plane rides and layovers and hopper flights, from there to New Orleans, and then we had 16 hours to drive, and we broke that into 2 days because we were just like zombies. And yeah, and then I got to be in Columbus on Wednesday for rehearsals, and then I have three Riding with Killer shows. uh, this week, so the fun never stops, man. Uh anyway, sorry, I went down a loop. What am I giving my opinion on?
AI and music.
Ah, man, I'm, you know, stupid. Fucking dumb, dude. Like, I hate that there are people that are just shouting commands at a computer and then they're like, listen to my art. And it's like, dude, like, fuck off, first of all. Like, and I'm just like, I get that, like, within recording and stuff like that, like with auto tune and stuff like that, and building like, melodies in the studio, or whatever have you, like there is a sense of artificial intelligence with that, but like having it create the quote unquote melody, or th- create the lyrics, like you're faking what some of us spend our entire lives trying to do, and then you're trying to pass it off as good. And I disagree with that wholeheartedly, man. Because and some people, I've heard the argument is like, oh, it's just a tool and it's helping me get my ideas out. Well, fucking learn the instrument, dude. Pick up a fucking guitar. And you know what? If you program drums as an idea to get you there to where you can get to the studio, that's what that's supposed to be for, not to just pass it off as a final fucking product, man. Like, but even then, like, again, if you're programming drums but you're taking the time to build it out on the map and adjust velocities, and you're still putting in real human work because you know what you're trying to go for sound wise, and you're just mimicking it until you can do it in the studio, but to ask a company like Sono to just fart you out a song and then you're acting like that's an actual song, like that's fucking stupid. Like, it's fraudulent.
Yeah, it would be different if you had to like legit put in, paragraphs worth of stuff, but you can literally write one sentence and it'll shit out an entire song that you can just put on Spotify, and Spotify will happily throw that in everybody's playlist. You know what I mean? Crazy.
That's fucking dog shit, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you. Like I said earlier, AI should be used as a tool to make your life easier, not totally replace it.
Yeah, like, there's something so profoundly special about being stuck on something and within the composition, and then when you figure it out and you do it, whether in real time or you've been practicing it so many times by yourself, but like, I love it when you have those aha moments while the little red light is on, you know what I mean, and you just do it, and it's perfect, but like it's the build up to that, man, that's so important, and that's what makes when you hit that note that much more special, and that fucking shines through on a recording. It does every single time, you know and it's just, you got to have a human doing it at the end of the day. You just do, because we do some fantastic fucking things, and we shouldn't try to snuff that. That's weird to me. Like, we're literally trying, and that's the other thing too, man. Like, I saw the interview where the guy from Sun was like, nobody enjoys making music. That's not fucking true. Like, I fucking love being in the studio. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I've been in studio for like the last 3 fucking years on the second Riding with Killers record, but like, each time is special, and it's always a different vibe each time, but that attributes to what we do, and like, it's just something special to get back up with Jacob and just lock back in and go to town and be together, and like, It's just it means something every time, and that's why it's going to translate. And we got to stop trying to take that away from ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, go make a record with your friends. Like, it's fucking fun.
Yeah, like collaborating with each other and throwing around ideas back and forth, you know.
I don't know. I don't know what the fix is, man. I don't know what like. I don't know what to do, like to how to combat it, if that makes sense. Like it something.
I mean, keep doing it the way we're doing it, man. Like, don't automate your shit. Like, still go to a studio. Like, save up money and go do the thing. You know, for real. Like. And that's the way that we combat it is by continuing to write good music and do it the right way and you know that's the way that I know how to do it.
Like these people that make these songs that don't know anything about music, how are they going to even go out there and play this song? Are they just doing it for their satisfaction? Are they doing it for money? What is the reason for even doing it in the first place?
I totally get like if you're not musically inclined and you just want to like experiment and see what it does and just do it for fun, that's one thing. But when you're putting that stuff on Spotify and getting, 10 million streams and getting paid for it, where's that money? Who do you pay? Does that money go towards all the music that AI pulled to generate that song, all the people who created the music to begin with, or does it go to that one singular person who put in two lines on Suno to create that song? Where's that money go? It's not a lot of money, but it's still money.
I think we should just do away with Suno. Period. Fuck all that shit. Pick up an instrument, learn to play it. If you're that pressed to write a fucking song, prove it, motherfucker. you know. But again, man, it all goes back to there is such a beauty and satisfaction that comes from learning and taking the time to put effort into something and then use that to create art. Like just fucking do it. Like that's the real way to do it. And it's already a slippery slope, that people can make songs just by punching in commands and sound like this with this and that and this. And it's like you're cheapening music, you're cheapening the craft. And the problem is people are just gonna be like, oh, this sounds great, and then they'll start sharing that, and the next thing you know, there's nothing but AI all over the place, which I mean, I guess it already kind of fucking is. So
Yeah, like I was just telling Randy, like Friday, like how Spotify does that, like New Music Friday, and I put it on my thing, and like every other song in my personal playlist that Spotify thinks that I would like, every other song is AI generated. Every other song. So it's like Spotify is even like pushing this.
believe it or not, I don't do Spotify.
Yeah, dude, I seriously I downloaded it when my original like my last band put our first record on Spotify. The only way that you could like pay attention to the streams and stuff other than through your distributor was to download Spotify for Artists. Spotify for Artists had a lot of cool tools that you could use to like promote your music through Spotify. So I got Spotify like the monthly plan so that I could use it, and I've just had it ever since because I got used to using it. And seriously, like I'm about fucking done, done with it. Because that's all it puts in front of me now is AI generated music. Like it's supposed to know what I like. It should know that I don't like it. But that's just proof that like even like these platforms like Spotify and stuff, they're even pushing this music on people instead of like making it to where people have to go find it. That's what makes me nervous is these platforms like openly pushing it to people. It's deflating as an independent artist who already has a hard enough time getting people to listen to their shit. You know what I mean? You have to worry about TikToks and reels to get people to go, like obviously the number one thing is to make great music. That's the number one thing. But getting in front of people can be tough sometimes, for sure.
Grind never ends.
Yes, exactly. But now instead of like competing with your peers, you're competing with a computer too. It sucks.
Computer usually plays the right notes every time.
Yeah. Unless you tell it not to. You can tell it not to.
That's true. That's very true. It's strange, man. I'm gonna play my guitar, and well, and you know what? Like I want to fail until I don't fail, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. You know.
I love that attitude, man. I've been a little down in the dumps lately with this whole AI thing. I've been pretty actively talking about it on social media and stuff, and hearing you talk about the staying positive makes me feel a little better.
I mean, for sure. You know, that's why we're here. It's why we do what we do because we love it, and you know that persistence and consistency is key. So, but yeah, man, I'm excited to start playing again this year, though. Like I'm excited to get back on stage, and
Yeah, you said you got a couple or a few shows coming up with Riding with Killers. Where they at?
yeah. So this Thursday we're in Covington, Kentucky, at Madison Live. Which is part of the Madison Theater. It'll be my first time there. It'll be my first time at all these venues actually, so I'm really excited. Always love to meet new folks. And then the 9th, which is Friday, we're at Wrong Side 812 in Jeffersonville, but apparently, as I'm told, that's essentially Louisville, just like right across the bridge. Um, and then on both of those shows, we'll have our friends in Autumn Academy and Illshot. So we're really excited to hang out with them. And then Autumn Academy is coming with us for our final night, which is January 10th at O'Brien's Pub in Evansville, Indiana. So be a fun little Midwest weekend round trip. And I'll be down in Columbus on Wednesday. Doing rehearsals with Adam and running through the set and getting back into shape and ready to rock. So I'm looking forward to it.
What's your plans for 2026?
Fuck. Play shows and finish finish the record. Paint houses, all of it. But no, I'm looking at booking my last session with Jacob for March. I think so. I'm finishing the record like in March. We've been doing this for 3 years, you know, and it's we're ready to wrap it up, and which in all fairness, this time last year we ended up writing 5 more songs, so we added two. Um, and it's just going to be exciting to finish that though, because we've been spending a lot of time on that, and then we've got a couple festivals. Um, that we're doing, and we should be announcing those soon. And yeah, man, just doing the thing.
Nate, what do you got for 2026?
Right now, we're heavily focused on finishing our studio and rehearsal space. Like I said earlier, we got a bunch of things that we need to do to finish that space up. It's ready to rehearse in and record in, but it's not ready for content yet. So we got to finish that up, and then we've got some shows coming up in the springtime locally, and we're going to try to hit the road this summer. But it's been a process. We've been really focusing on like these 4 singles that we released. We want to do the same thing again this year. Like it sucks doing going the single route. Like we want to do a full record, but like with the way the industry is right now, we've been kind of focused on just
Fuck that. Do a full record.
we want to, man. We want to. We
Do a full record.
definitely want to do that for sure. but we want to be consistent too. So trying to play the whole game, I guess you could say. But we have enough for a full record almost. So maybe we should just go in and record it all. Dedicate it to Taylor.
Do it. Do it. It's fun.
We got to get Taylor on a feature, dude. You got to come out and jam on the guitar for us and do some screams or something.
That'd be fun. I'd be down for that.
Hell yeah, we record. We've been recording with Scooter Allen out of Cleveland, so that's not too far from you.
Yeah, dude, that's just that's a Tool record, you know? That's easy. Well, I think it's what, like 2 hours? That's not bad. Two and a half. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be super fun.
Yeah, for sure. That would actually be pretty cool.
You let me know, man. And oh,
Let's get in each other's DMs here later, and we'll talk about it.
hell yeah, man. That'd be rad.
You guys got anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to promote? Anything coming up? You got anything coming up? Any shows coming up, Nate?
Nothing this winter. Like I said, we took most of the winter off so that we could finish this rehearsal space and start tracking for the new songs for 26. So nothing till springtime.
And then Riding with Killers is on the road, like I said, starting this Thursday, January 8th at Madison Live, Covington, Kentucky. And just visit us on Facebook or Instagram. We have all the show flyers and everything posted with all the information that you could ever need. And then we advanced to the third round of Welcome to Rockville on the Danny Wimmer Twitch channel, which was super dope. And honestly, man, like even if we don't get it, like it's been cool, like checking out bands from like all around the country, and we've kind of Macy and I have started kind of like making it like date night. You know what I mean? Just seeing who's going, and it's been cool, like just checking everybody out. But yeah, like we're up again in like 3 weeks, I think, and we're moving down the line, so we could use some votes, I guess.
Oh yeah, man. Good luck on that. That's awesome.
Thank you. It'd be dope to go down to Rockville, man. I'd love to get back down there. That'd be sweet.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show. Make sure to check out Riding with Killers and Theriaca.
Thanks, man. It's always a pleasure being on here with you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Randy. Sorry, I was late.